was only because I had my mouth that I got myself out of a lot of stuff. No funny stuff.
Hey, yo.
Pause. Pause.
My mouth got
Pause.
me out of a lot of problems. If you know what I mean. We're playing a game!
Man, look at that garbage. Just like this episode.
Wow, my feelings.
Oh no, I didn't mean because of you. I meant because I'm still here.
Wow, my feelings.
Why is it about you?
Because it's like, you're my friend, and if you don't even...
Don't be that guy. I don't even want to hear the rest of... How did he change so quick? What?
And he doesn't even have the suit underneath him.
Yeah, you
like,
can tell because part of his buttons were unbuttoned.
And his shirt was rolled up, wasn't it?
Yeah, if that was the case, you would have seen his one... We could have seen his one chest hair. I mean, his 3 chest hairs. That's canon for this game, by the way. We've checked.
Yeah,
no funny stuff.
Apparently, this guy, he like actually went into like Photoshop or something, or photo mode. Yeah, and like he actually zoomed in, and he saw that there are exactly 3 chest hairs. And
yeah, no, I did it too.
Why?
Because if you make a joke, you need to follow through with that joke.
No, you're really zooming in on this boy's chest.
It should. Oh, it's not gonna let me go in until I actually go to the objective. Okay, fine.
I mean, hey, to each his own.
I mean, hey, him having 3 chest hairs is still better than the time that I completely shaved my face. I'm not alone on that, right? Like, people have done that before.
I remember one time I went to the barber shop, and like, you know, I was thinking, you know what? I hear if you cut your beard, it'll make it grow fast and whatnot. So like, I had to cut all the way. Keep in mind, I've started growing a beard for like, I guess it's been like 2 years now. And when I went to a barbecue, no, it was like a party, and then like, I came to the party, right? And it was like all my friends from you know, from school and whatnot.
Right.
And they, you know, everyone was like, "Yo, what's up with him?" Like they were like, they couldn't figure out what was different about me. And then like,
I don't know how to feel about that. Like, yo, what's up with him?
This one girl came up to me and she was like, "Are you sick? Are you feeling it?" I was like, "Wow, like." Are you sick? Like, all I did was cut my beard. Like, it is not that serious. Like, is it?
Sorry, bro. Like, if that was me, somebody was getting knocked out. You can't, that's an insult to my sane pride. Like,
are you sick?
Are you sick?
Like, and it's not even like my beard is like thick. Like, it's you guys see me in the videos. My beard is there. It's just, it's not to the point where if I were to cut it off, I look like a completely different, unhealthy person.
Are you sick?
Are you feeling well? And like, it took a minute, and like everyone was trying to figure out they were like, "You did something different." And meanwhile, my girl at the time, she couldn't even catch on to what was different. I was like, "Bro, I cut my beard. What?"
It's like my facial hair. It is non. Are you sick? What do you mean? The mission is literally the next. Oh, that's the wrong truck. Okay, never mind. Is that it? Is that a garbage truck? Is that hot garbage?
And it's like, from that day forward, I knew I'm never cutting my beard again.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have it that bad. A couple people just looked at me like, what's going on with you? Like, what's different? And I'm like, well, my face has less hair on it. And it's like, it's not even like you shave your eyebrows or anything that's anything significant. It's like, nah, just, for me, like, I don't draw. Honestly, like, the drawing that's up there of me for either of the channels that I'm on is not accurate to the way I look right now. I'm getting back to it, but it has none of my facial hair or anything, which I'm realizing. And like, the first video of me for this channel is not, and the one video on my channel where you can see my face is not. Oh, there were only 2 trucks? So then where's the next? Oh. But yeah, so like, dang it happened again.
What happened?
I'm talking with the controller in my hand.
Do you want to give me the controller?
No, I don't want you to get to play anymore of this amazing, beautiful game. Okay, but yeah, so like, my drawings of me aren't really accurate to me because I don't like drawing myself with facial hair. Only because I keep a very trim mustache and a very small patch.
Oh, look at you.
Sorry, man. I just don't feel like I'd look good with a full beard.
I remember when you came back, like, from visiting, I was talking to Ray. I was talking to Ray, and then she was like, Kenneth looks exactly the same from middle school. And like, we were in 11th grade. It was 11th. We were no, it was beginning of 12th grade. Wait, what year did you come back to visit?
You gotta, which visit?
The time when I was coming down the stairs, and our friend just so happened to be coming down the stairs too, and we both saw you at the same time.
Oh, that one. Prip crap. I want to say that was 12th. Yeah, that was 12th because I remember, like, because I had been working, I let myself, like, grow my facial hair a little bit because I was off from work.
I like how Spider-Man's looking for something and he's just
throwing trash everywhere, like, in front of a sanitation worker who has to clean all that up now. But yeah, like, because working at Chick-fil-A, they don't let you have facial hair. So, well, you can have a very trim mustache which doesn't pass the corner of your lips. But yeah, I was like, moustache. Saiyan's hair remains the same for the entirety of their life, except for our, what did he say? Eyebrows and moustache?
He said beards and moustache.
Oh yeah, our beards and moustache. Beards and moustaches. Oh man, I'm getting a call. I got family calling a young man phone. Okay, well, I'm back now. It was my sister calling me. She, literally, like, she called for a reason, but for no reason, so, thanks. Yeah, so, we realized that we'd said, let's talk about how we met, and then we talked about how we were going to talk about how we met, and we never actually talked about how we met.
Because he was all like, oh, well, if we're going to do it, we need to say how we sounded back then. And I was like, how did I sound back then? I don't know. And then it's just like, well, you helped nothing. You did nothing!
Excuse me, I'm sorry that I remember how I sounded, but I don't remember how you sounded. Why is that important information for me to know?
Why is it important information for me to know
how you sounded?
Yes!
I don't know, because it was you?
I was a different person back then, first of all.
What's your point?
My point is that I don't even consider that part of my life to be canon.
You ain't never seen a video of you?
Not from that age.
Oh, wow, that's actually kind of upsetting.
I've seen me as like a baby, though.
That's... Alright, well, just talk how you did when you were a baby. You can respond.
You know,
naturally.
It's funny you say that, because, like, I had, like, issues as, when I was a baby, and it was, like, I couldn't actually, because I had to have, like, a surgery done. Not gonna get into the details of what happened, but, I had a surgery done, and it was, like, what you call it? It had to do with, like, my lungs and, like, my windpipe, and basically, I had to have surgery done on that part, and, like, I actually couldn't speak well until I was around, like, 4 or 5. So, like, I hardly spoke that much as a kid, and when I did, it didn't really sound like much of speaking, you know what I mean?
Yes, and also I just realized, you sly brumber, you took the controller again. Yeet!
We're just gonna move past that.
Okay, so how we met. We went to the same elementary school. And in elementary school, I was weirder than I am now, by far. Basically, I was a terribly sensitive crybaby, but then also I was a genius compared to my peers, which that really hasn't changed much now, has it?
Subs.
I kind of just dropped the crybaby act. Now I realize life is tough, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty chill about it. It's all whatever, my dude. By the way, slight tangent. People constantly ask me, do I smoke? Because I seem really chill pretty often, except for the times where I get, hype. And it's like, nah, never smoked a day in my life. Don't smoke, don't drink, don't do drugs. So, if I can get Danny for a minute. Kids, you don't need the weed and the acid, the PCP, the Hennessy. You don't need it to have a good time.
The ABCs.
That's all you need. Your ABCs, your 1, 2. No, you do, because you need to communicate.
Be like me. Don't talk till you're 5.
You mean be like Maxine? Don't talk at all. Just throw subs at everybody.
Yo, that's another thing we could.
No, stop. We're being tangential. Okay, so we went to the same elementary school. I mean, sort of, because my family is complicated and I moved schools a lot. Like, I went to 3 different elementary schools, 4 technically, 4 different elementary schools, 2 different middle schools, and 2 different high schools. So yeah, but for the greatest period of time I went to, we can talk about schools. Get people, if you want your kids to turn out like us, send them to Northern Parkway Elementary School.
We'll let you interpret that as you will.
Okay, yeah, so we went to Northern Parkway, and we didn't I don't remember us ever actually having any classes together.
We did in 4th grade.
No, 4th grade, we had classes next to each other. You had Mr. something.
No, because I had transferred because
Oh right.
Okay, so I'm gonna just put this out there. I was like, when I was a little kid, I was like crazy. Like, I wouldn't even say crazy. It was just I was going through stuff growing up as like a little kid, and like I didn't really have anything to really channel any of that at, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
So, do you guys see where this story is going? Me being the obnoxious, socially awkward, and socially unguided, smart kid with a smart mouth, and him being the kid with no outlet who will just fly off at you at that age. We crossed paths, and that didn't go too good. Like, if not for, I don't even remember what stopped whatever was going to happen from happening. But long story short, I could have died that day.
I don't even remember, I don't really remember. I remember you annoyed me. I don't remember, me actually doing anything about it. The only thing I really remember about you was, we were friends with someone, his name was Solomon. Yeah.
It's been so long, I haven't even seen him since then.
Yeah, we were both friends with Solomon, but I used to get into fights with him, and I remember we were watching some play, something like a treehouse or something, and you were trying to talk, but the teachers wasn't letting us talk during the play, so you guys had set up a jacket between you laid a jacket on top of each other or something like that. And you spoke through the armholes or something like that. I don't really remember.
No, I remember what you're talking about. And like I said, for my time, I was a genius. Please continue.
Shoot, I forgot what my point was.
Just seeing that, you're kind of yo, what's good with this kid? Shut up.
Oh yeah, it was it kind of. Well, since you said that something happened and you almost died. I really don't remember that part.
It was something in the front of Miss, who was my, I think, yeah, Miss D. Tommaso, was it?
Maybe. D tomatoes.
Yeah, no, that was it because I remember someone made that same joke you literally just made. So, yeah, I had her. Yeah, no, I remember you being in the class next to us because I remember I went there because there was a chess club after school in that room.
Elementary school, we were in the same class at a point, but I kept transferring because I kept getting into fights with everyone.
Okay, then I think we might have started the year in the same class because I remember I came to class. Yeah, I came in late that year. I came in a week late because I had broken my arm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and my mom didn't want me to go into class with just a sling and a sling and a splint.
Yeah, because back in elementary school, people were jerks.
Oh yeah, people were messed up. If they saw me with a splint, they would have assumed it was a cast and been like, "Hey man, good on you!" Ow!
Falcon! Pong!
Really, like people would have tried to break my wrist apart just because they thought it was funny. Like, that's a whole other story. But you know what? We have too many. That's a whole other stories. To make a long story short, because I'll probably never get to this one, I got choked on the bus
By me?
No. This wasn't you. This was lateral, but
Ah.
not big lateral. The
Yeah.
other lateral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thing.
Did you fight back?
No, I just sat there and I prayed to God that I didn't die that day, and like out of nowhere, he was just like, he just got up slowly and he was like, "Look, man, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. And he just walked away slow, and I was like, this is a miracle. The Lord just saved me. I love how surprised I sound. Like, Jesus actually loves me.
Well, go back to like how you almost died from me, because like I said, I don't remember that, so that's like a story for me too.
Well, that's why I remember not having the same class as you, because I remember something happened. We were both outside of our classes, and like your class, that class was right next to Miss DiTomaso's. Because I remember Miss Hill's class was right across the way, and I was like, "There's a third grade class right next to a fourth grade class." But yeah, I remember walking outside, and I was thinking something about Miss Hill, and I guess I must have said something stupid or started dancing or whatever, because I did that a lot. And like, you got annoyed, and like, it got to a point where you were like borderline screaming, and I was like, "Look, man, I don't know what your deal is. I don't know why you're so angry, but like, shut up. I'm really not trying to hear it." Because like I said, at that age, as scrawny as I was, I let my mouth carry me into a lot of things I didn't need to be in. And it was only because I had my mouth that I got myself out of a lot of stuff. No funny stuff.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
My mouth got me out of a lot of problems, if you know what I mean.
I was a very smooth talker, and we're going to leave it at that.
But so you were screaming.
No. I was like dancing or singing or something like that. And you got annoyed by it, and you were like screaming about it, and I was like, "Hey, bro, like, shut up, chill. It's not that deep."
I didn't do anything.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, you got very close to doing something because of how I responded. I just don't remember what stuff. I think like maybe the teacher, like the rest of the class, came outside or something like that, and it was either the teacher or one of your friends that was in your class. It's like, "Hey, bro, just don't worry about it," because the teacher was right there. Or something like that. Okay, yeah, no, I remember. One of your friends had, like, got you to stop. And it was because, like, I think in that same day, Lateral, Daryl from The Walking Dead, and...
I got a lot of issues, dude.
And someone else, they, basically, like... Come on! That's twice that I've stopped a car and it did this in
Not
a row.
even that. You know, I noticed how like that car hit like 3 people that were standing on the sidewalk.
And they're fine. They were completely fine. Yeah, no, I'm part Danny Phantom in this game. Like, I just made the truck temporarily intangible.
Wee! Just put some Mario jump sounds with that. But yeah, you were saying?
But yeah, so basically, Lateral, Daryl from The Walking Dead, and somebody else had made some, like, weird, some rap that was basically just like obscene. And me being the little punk that I was like, guys, that's not cool. We're little kids. Why are you talking about that? That's not funny. But it was actually, looking back on it, it was kind of funny.
How did it go?
I can't say that on here.
Really?
Yeah. It was basically, we're adults. It was basically just some rap talking about a guy's balls getting stuck in an elevator door.
What?
Yeah. And it was like,
Why were they out?
I don't know. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but looking back on it, it was kind of funny. It was just a little bit funny. So I was like, well, you know, so basically because of it, because I had called it out, the teacher noticed, and she was like, what are you guys talking about? And because of that, I didn't say anything after that, but in their eyes, because I had brought it to her attention by saying something, even though it was out loud and actually talking to them, they were like, oh, he snitched on us. So, you know, they were like, wow, he snitched on us with no fear. And they weren't intimidated by that. They were just like, wow, this kid really sucks. Let's just leave it alone. And I guess whoever was in your class talked to them and got wind of it because they got in trouble for it. So, yeah, that friend was like, yeah, just leave it alone. Like, it's really not worth it. Basically being like, you know, if you do something, he'll snitch on you, too.
Oh, would you look at that? People cared about me.
Yep.
Wow, that sounded really dark.
And then it's funny, we didn't talk to each other as friends at all during that time. And then look where we're... Oh, I can't use gadgets, so I can't even. I gotta take them all down the old-fashioned way. But yeah, we ended up, like... Basically, I went to a private school for a year. That same teacher from 4th grade actually recommended me for the scholarship because she was friends with the headmaster. So, yeah, she was like, yeah, I can get... She basically brought my mom in, and she was like, your son has 2 options because he's crazy smart. You can either have him skip a grade, and my mom was like, nah, I don't want that. I feel like he wouldn't be comfortable with the older kids. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what are you talking about? You realize I hang out with my sister's friends just for jokes, right?
Well, shucks.
Yeah, and they're 2 years older than me. I would be with kids 1 year older than me.
And would you look at that? Had your mom not said that, this channel probably wouldn't have been a thing.
Yeah, there were a lot of variables that went into us actually, like, because of that instance, we knew each other, but it was like, I don't like that guy. But yeah, because of this, a lot of variables went into bringing us to this point. But basically, she's like, well, option number 2, I have some connections at St. Martin de Porres private school. It's an elementary.
I like how they're all just kind of like standing there. Like,
they're just like, he's most definitely running towards. They're just like, what do we do? What do we do? Crap, crap, crap.
just don't move. You probably won't see us.
It's like, I see you guys. Oh, man!
Please don't beat my
friend. Don't beat my friend. I don't know why that's the word I went for.
friend Aaron.
That's twice. You got one more shot to make a friend Aaron.
To make a friend Aaron?
To make a friend Aaron. To make a man. I'll make a man out of you.
And on that note, next time on Loud on Set...
Wait, no, I didn't completely finish.
We'll get to that next time on Loud on Set.
No, it's literally just a minute left.
We'll get to that next time.
Long story short, I went to the private school, but because my sister got half my scholarship, we couldn't pay the rest, so I had to leave. And... What was that?
Snap of a finger, half your scholarship went away.
Really? Is that really what you... Anyway, half this... I couldn't pay for the rest of it, so I had to go back to public school.
I like how we just dropped this one.
Actually, I just realized I went to 3 different middle schools, because I went to Roosevelt Middle School for a little bit. Yeah, and then I went to Turtle Hook. I met some people that I knew from elementary school, and I met some new people, blah, blah, blah. There was this girl who had a crush on me in elementary school that got shorter because she had to have surgeries done. But she still walked weird, so I was like, what did you solve? But that was really mean of me.
Wow. You're going to hell.
Probably. But yeah, so,
Listen, dude, I got a lot of issues, dude.
Let me finish.
A lot of issues.
So I went to that school for a year, and I went to Lawrence Road, and Lawrence Road is where I met him again at, and I saw he had kind of mellowed out. We were still, like, not really, like, you know, this is my buddy, but, you know, like, things were chiller. They were cool.
Yeah. I remember you were telling me like when I first approached you after middle school, like you saw, well, you were like I kind of like saw my life flash before my eyes, and I thought you had started beating the crap out of me, and then I actually snapped to reality, and I was just talking to you. I was like, hey, what's up? Long time no see.
Yeah, I was like, why was he so chill? So then we ended up being in drama club at the same time. I got the lead role in the play. He was stage crew. And that's when we realized, hey, we're a pretty good freaking team. So then we started a band. We called it G3 because two of us had last names that started with G. And his started with H.
But I played guitar. So it was like, G starts with a guitar. Wow. Guitar starts with a guitar.
And on that note, next time on Loud on Set, that's how you end an